So we pulled up, got a little bit of firewood, fire's going, and yeah, now we have to set up the trailer. So
yeah, so we've unhooked it, and yeah, we'll just sort of show you basically what it takes to set the trailer up, which is the awning and the rooftop tent and the kitchen, and that's basically it, isn't it? So Jake can give me a hand, and yeah, I've got a good little fire going. It's a bit cold at the moment, it's just sort of drizzling rain, and you can see we've got a good stack of fire going, and there's wood around the outside. It's just sort of drying out because the wood's in this climate's pretty wet. So we've got a bit around the outside drying out, and as that drops down we can just chuck those on top. Firewood's off here, out of the road, you know, and yeah, it's a really good idea to stack up some of your wood underneath because it dries it out so nice. Up, you know, you can stack it up underneath there. So that works really good. So with the trailer, what we've done, pulled up, I've already levelled it a little bit. Right, so I've dropped the whole trailer down a fraction, and I've just levelled it so it's basically level. Pretty simple. And adjust the jockey wheel so it's level, which it is. You can see the little bubble there. You're not going to get them exactly on, these things aren't that accurate, but it's pretty close. So, and I've dropped this side down a bit more so it's just basically level. So it's very handy having the airbag, you know, so you can just drop the whole thing a bit, level her up. So I'll get the alley box off. These alley boxes are so good. We're using that as a tucker box. So all that food's in there. And we've just got that sitting on a bit of marine carpet at the back, so marine carpet stops it getting scratched, and you know, nice bit of area there. So alright, fold this awning out. There's 3 poles basically you need for the awning. Now on this top one there's a little strap here for this pole, so release that. Two poles, 3 poles. This one here, got to pull out, right? And we got a pin in there.
Got this strap here. Has a little hole there, so you hook that in, and you attach that to your trailer. So we have a little loop here, this clicks in there, and we just tighten it up so it's tight enough. And once we set up all the poles, then we know how much tension we need. So cut up this, look at this little part. To have it in place, there's a little hook. So just unhook that.
That's something new they've done,
Yeah, that's all new. And we have to keep watching that this bracket's not in the way.
Yep.
So put it out of the way. Put it up.
Push down a bit. So once you got that this spreader here up, it's pulled around by the strap, and it's going to be freestanding now. After that, it's just you want to do those, Jake?
Yeah, that's the curved ones. I do
2 curved spreader bars. One goes here. good idea to put this piece of Velcro here on so the pole doesn't get pushed out. So wrap that around. And Jake's got a curve spreader here, goes to that pole. It's a bit cold, eh? It's good to have the fire going. And we've got the poles about the right height, we'll trim them in a sec. But then it's important to just pull this around once more. Right, as tight as you can basically. And that's,
Where's the gutter?
it's in the toolbox. That's it, so we'll get these poles straight. And also we'll get them to the height we need them to be. Right, so we're going to raise this one up. Alright, that one will be pegged down. And this one's going to be down.
Is there a way how you set it up?
Yeah, I'll show you. That one's up. And this one should be down. So it's important to do that so you can get that water running off. And it just slides on here. So we've got a bit of sail track at the back of the trailer here. Alright, so that slides on. And on this one, lift this up as high as we can. That's it. So basically you can see we've done the awning, the gutter. That's going to collect all the water that runs into this area. Jake can drop the pegs in. And
I'll pull through.
yep. Yeah, pretty much.
Let's get a few of these in.
Have enough sip of borax and warm the hands up.
This one is a bit floating.
Yeah, we'll pull that down. So pretty simple, the awning, you know, of course it's easier with two people, but it's not that bad with one. And once that's up, just go all the way in, Jake.
Huh?
Just hammer it all the way down.
Oh yeah. There we go.
So a little bridge of wood in the middle is collapsed down. These here, as you can see, are already, you know, nice and dry and ready to burn. You can just stack those on now, and so it's a good way of doing it. Just stack it up around the outside to start with while it's getting going. And righto. Yeah, let's do this awning now, Jake.
Yeah,
So we're going to just lift the awning up a little bit. Two holes.
Rolls.
These up out of the way. There's a little gutter here as well. You can see that there. Right, we've put that in there so any water that runs down from here will drop into that gutter. And it's going to catch that any drips. Alright, so I don't need any more pegs. What we'll do is set up the tent. It needs a bit of a clean. That's all it takes really to get yourself ready. Ah, keys. I've just opened up the ensuite, sitting there. I've been keeping this rooftop tent locked. It just makes the locks a bit stronger when they're locked in. Now, we've got some stronger struts on the next one coming through, so these struts were just not quite strong enough. But with the next one I'll have a little bit stronger. So we can do all this from down here. So we don't want to sort of stand up there and trip over or fall off or anything. So this part you can do from down here. Right, a little bit of a fiddle. We want to get that under there. This under there as well. And the wing nut on top. Just a couple of turns is fine. Alright. This one the same. That under there. That eyelet under there. And the wing nut on top. That's it. Now what we can do is spread these out. Alright, spread them out as far as we can. One in there. The other one into there. Basically done. Just bring that down. That's pretty much it. So put the ropes on. I don't really need the ropes, but may as well chuck them on. Just in case the wind comes up during the night. It'll also help it keep it nice and stable and tight. Right, so one rope over there. You can see how you've got a nice platform to really work from. Now you are up a little bit high, you're a metre off the ground, so you have to be careful. But certainly a lot easier than standing off the end of a ladder, that's for sure. So just take your time and be a little bit careful. Let's tread in the hole. These can just go around the drawbar. Lock themselves on. And that's it. So very easy. You might come and have a look in here, Carter. Not sure how long that took, but it wasn't very long. And got the bag for the poles.
Might want to turn the light on in there.
Okay, so we can turn the light on from here, and see how cold it's been. Gonna
turn the white one on, it doesn't pick up the orange, or I can't see anything.
We've got a down sleeping bag. And woolen blanket as well. But so you can see how easy that is. Pop the top up, 2 poles and spreader bar, and we've got a queen size 200mm mattress. I've got some cheeks I can chuck on this later. And nice and dry, cozy, warm and comfortable, and you know, I mean, I think for a lot of people that's just such a good setup. I mean, the 200mm mattress is a deal breaker, you know, because it's so quick and easy, and that's just it, ready to go. Turn that light off. I'll zip it up. It's obviously had a bit of mud in that, so I can get a cloth and just wipe that down a little bit, and there now is an extremely comfortable bed. Very quick and easy setup, and this rubber matting is really good. I put that on before, so I'll give that a wipe down as well, but it's just non-slip marine rubber matting, which is great. And you know, I might get a bit of water and a cloth, and we can just wipe some of this down so you're not getting mud all over you. And that's it really. I'll quickly chuck up the ensuite because the second night tonight we'll probably use a shower. These things are so good. Look how easy that is for your ensuite. And that's it. I'll put a couple of pegs in so it doesn't blow around. And I've got a little ensuite cover. It's an odd shape, this ensuite. So we've got on here written a back. So they'll basically go on that way. Jump inside. By the time that's all pulled on, just get nice and tight. Look at that. So you have a look in here. I've also got a bit of this rod. Just sits in there. Look at that. Fiberglass rod. I probably should have put this on first, but I think I'll get it in. Hooks in there. What we've done is a small, you can see in here we've had to drill some holes, a little file, and just create a little slot really that goes in. And on this side, it just goes down where the straps were. You can see there's a little slot there already for the strap. And then that's just sitting there perfectly. So, you know, of course, if it's raining tonight, it probably will be. You don't want to. It's okay to have a shower in the rain, but once you're finished, you want to be dry. So that provides just a really cozy little space for a shower. Lock that in. I've got a couple of pegs, but we've got all our gear here. Hose, the water, the gas, we'll do that in a sec, and we can get ready for a shower later on tonight. So let's have a look at the kitchen. And kitchen setup's pretty simple as well. Pull him out halfway. Okay, you can see there's no weight on there. Legs come down. Now on this 60 litre fridge, there's more room here at the back there. You can put a bag in there, a bit of storage, so there's a little bit of room there. But all we really want is enough so you can open the door. You don't want to pull it out too far. I'll go a little bit further. And that's it. Legs are pretty good. You can see there, because the further you pull it out, the closer it gets to the end of the awning. Just nice and easy there. We've got the right height, pretty much spot on. That's also because we could drop the trailer down. That airbag suspension means we could drop the trailer down a bit. Now this is our DPO style. The DPOR doesn't work as well with the 60 because this space here is reduced. So you can't really put the DPOR on that. If you wanted to have a 47 litre Evercool fridge, means you've got the drawers here, 47 litre fridge here, then yeah, you can have the DPOR, no worries. But if you want the 60 litre fridge, you need to have this DPO style. You can see we've lost this length space here because of the extra fridge. So to balance that out, to get the bench space, we've gone with the IGT brackets. And really, the on-grill table is not that expensive. You know, it can add up if you get everything, but you don't need to buy all the parts. Get some chairs out. So it consists basically of two pieces. We've got an IGT 3 frame and an extension bench. Right, so that's the two bits there. Then there's some legs. I've got a bag of legs here. Now I'll get some of these out. So the good thing with this, it's really versatile. You can set it up so many different ways. Got a little bag of legs there. I'm going to go some 800 legs to start with on here. Right, so there's a little raised piece there. And a good idea to hold your finger on the other end so you can feel it come through, because you've got to get this section through here. Give it a twist, that's right to go. We've got the IGT connector hooks on here, and that'll go right there. Now that's, you know, beautiful level ground here, so that's about perfect. You know, last night the ground was sloping away and we had it on this bottom one. Now this IGT stuff doesn't come with the trailer, but you can really easily purchase it any time. And now I'll go a couple of these drop the height adjusters. Right, so I've got the height adjusters, put them on here. If I wanted to, that extension bench, I could continue off here the same height, but the height adjusters gives you basically a sitting area bench. And you know, it's nice to have the different levels sometimes. So you've got several positions there. Right, that's probably a bit low, so I might go to this one. And a little bit low there, so I just chuck a block of wood under it. The legs have got some adjustment on the bottom, but rather than wind them all out, just chuck those under. That's all we need really. That's it. So from there, we'll show you as well later, we can have a lot of different setups. The partner stove can go in there. I've got a windshield, we'll work with that. We've got our partner stove here. I can use the partner stove here, or I can drop the partner stove into here. Right, and then I've got a single box unit. Drop that in there. Again, storage in there. Got my stove there. Got a windshield. And if I wanted to do a grill up tonight, I could drop the double barbecue box in there. This bench here with the 600 legs is like sitting height, and you know, that's a comfortable height for sitting. But if we're going to be preparing food tonight, what we might do is swap that out to a standard height bench. You don't always have to use them. Put them back in the bag. And we've got 2 of these 600 legs can come off. Up in there. A couple of 800 legs. Divot there. Alright. And get the blocks there. That's it. So you can see how versatile it is. There's also a corner bench you can get. You can put here, and then you can continue further along. So we'll chuck this away. Plenty of room in there. Got a little box set here. Some bits and pieces in it. I've got some things here. This is very handy. I've got a few pieces here. Now, these sections come with all the iron grill tables, and they slide on, which means you can put a little holder on like that. It's handy. This is your rubbish bag. Rubbish bag holders there, and there's your rubbish bag. This one can go on the end here as well. And a little box set will fit in there, so that makes a nice little package. You've got some storage in there. You've got salt and pepper, coffee, salt, all sorts of bits and pieces. And that's pretty much it. So you can see quite easily IGT3 extension bench. You can make a nice little kitchen extension there, still well within the awning if you want to put a wall up, and fits in really nice. So another thing we've got is a couple of coffee tables. Might have to put them out. Let's put this underneath here. So I've got the coffee table. These little racks are really good. Get a couple of these out. I really like these black racks from UNIFLAME. Just connects in really well, easy there. And UNIFLAME's made up these things for us as well. Look at that. Drifta burnt in. It's pretty nice. These alley box are so good. I'll put that there, and just to help it up off the ground a bit. So it's our alley box tucker box. Right, got our Drifta shopping bags in there. Let's go shopping. Chuck them straight in. Plenty of room. You know, dust seal. They're just so good, and that just lifts it up off the ground a little bit. And this other one here, I use that for a coffee table. Right, you've got these little pieces that hook in there. It's quite clever how it works. Look at that. And And that's not a bad little coffee table next to the fire. And that's it. What do you reckon, Jake? We'll move this fire over a little bit.
Oh, if you want to.
What do you think?
So, you reckon under the awning, just on the edge here?
I think so.
Righto, give it a go.
Look how good this fire pit is. You can move it. Right, so put it down here.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that just inside. Right, the rain's not going to drip into it. And even though that fire's going quite well, a lot of heat in there, I can touch those without any problems. Look at that. The fire's now under cover, plenty of room here. They're not going to get wet. And got my little coffee table. How good's that? So I'd say, besides the shower, we'll set it up later on. Yeah, it's only like 3:30, 4 o'clock. But I mean, we're pretty much set up.
Yeah.
Very easy to do, very quick and no dramas. We've got a really comfortable setup, lots of awning space, really nice kitchen setup, heaps of room for the fire underneath the awning even. The bed's made up. It's Jake, isn't it?
Yeah, I have to make my bed as well.
Yeah, I'll set yours up in a minute. Alright, no worries. So have a quick look at the TVMS as well. And we can see here we got back to 98%. Now when we left this morning that was down to 75%. And because we had about 8 amps drawing out of there for a few hours last night. And so it's 125 amp hour lithium battery. And about 3 hours driving it's come back up to 98%, or basically full. A little bit of sun going in now, very little. There's 2 watts at the moment, not much. But today there's been 92 watts go in. We can see that here. Alright, 92 watts has come in today, so not a lot, but a little bit. And here we've got static charge per day. Right, yesterday was only 87% because we took off yesterday. We headed off and the battery wasn't quite full. And then it charged up driving here. So it was full when we got there yesterday. And this one is static charge per hour. So we left, what, 9, 10 o'clock this morning, Cotto?
Yeah, about 10.
Right, 10 o'clock here it is. We were 73%, like we said. So, you know, 73% at 10 o'clock. We started driving. 11 o'clock we were 80%. 12 o'clock we were 90%. By 1 o'clock we were 100%. So 3 hours driving. This is the advantage of lithium, and also the BMS, so you can see it. In 3 hours driving we've gone from 75% up to 100% full. Now, you wouldn't do that with AGM battery.
Yeah, so you see on there, we pulled up a camp at the top of that peak up there, and you can see as it's slowly gone down, and then you can see where we've got back in the car and charged up. So it charges up way quicker than what it goes down.
Yeah.
You said there, we were there, well, at 1 AM to, yeah, 5 PM, about pulled up.
5 o'clock it was nearly full. We pulled up about then, 6 o'clock, didn't we?
Yep.
So by the time we pulled up, it was full. Slowly gone down during the day, during the night, because we've got some lights and also the fridge. Charged up in the morning. Here we are, 100% full again. So at the moment there's 1 amp going out, which is probably just this unit itself, and we've got light as well. Got the light. So if we turn that off, there's basically nothing running now, and we've dropped down about half an amp, which is what the TVMS runs on. So turn some lights on. Now the fridge is cycling at the moment. Like we can see, we're running an amp, which is half an amp for the light, half an amp for the TVMS. If we turn the fridge down, so it's on 0, it's cycling, it's nothing happening there, it's not using any power, nice and cold. Just turn this down so the fridge kicks in. So put it down to -7, and this motor will kick in a minute. And you will see this, here it is here. So going up to 4 amps. So the fridge, as you can see, is starting to kick in now as well. It should draw about 4 amps running full time. So from 1 amp up to nearly 5. Okay, I can feel that fridge running now. It's a little vibration, so I can feel it running. And you can see, so 3.7 amps is what it's running for the fridge. Okay, so that's pretty good. We can see exactly what it's doing. Turn the fridge back down to 0. That'll cut off, and these amps will go right back down to 0 again. Here we go. Look at that. Back down to 1 amp. Turn the radio on. And a bit of music playing. Alright, you can see it's using half an amp for the radio, and so that's why it's good. You can see everything what it's going to take. If we turn one of these on, right, it's going to draw some more power. 1.8. Turn that off. Back down to 1.5 probably. There you go. So that's the TVMS. You know, what else have we got on here? That's this area here. So we can see we're using this much. That's going out of the battery. We've used a bit of water in the front water tank. We can turn things on and off, and that's just the settings. So there's nothing coming in from the sun, nothing from the car, nothing from 240. So it gives you a really good idea of what's happening, and you know, it's a great system. But also you can see the lithium battery, 13 kilos as opposed to twin batteries. AGM is you know, about 60 kilos, so you're saving 45 kilos on the front of your drawbar, which is all downball weight on the tow ball because the battery is at the front. And the advantage of the lithium is the single battery, you've got more room in the front storage box, and they charge so much quicker. We can run this battery right down. I think they accept charge right down to like 10%, so you can charge them way lower, and it'll charge up much quicker. So that's an important point. It accepts charge way quicker than a normal AGM. And you can see here from 75%, bit of a drive for 3 hours, we've charged it full, which is great. So for this type of touring, you know, if it was hot, the fridge is going to run a little bit more, but you'd have to say that if you're touring day to day, that's going to be plenty of power, that single battery. And keep in mind, we've had no sun at all, so if the sun's going, you're just going to be pumping that power in real quick. Right, eh? No worries.
Oh. Ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so we've got a big hunk of meat here. It's beef or something, and we're going to use the Oz pit to cook it over the Snow Peak fire pit. It's
lamb, man.
Lamb. It's lamb, and we've got lots of coals going, so we've been burning those down since we got here about 2 o'clock. So they're all nice and they're ready. We'll probably chuck a bit of Pit Brothers charcoal in there too, just to keep it hot, but yeah, the coals are ready. So now we're going to move on to the meat. So for this, we've got Pit Brothers barbecue rosemary, lemon and sea salt rub. So I'm not really sure how to use it, but we did it on the chicken the other day and it was really good. So what we did is just put a bit of olive oil, like that, and mix some into it, so you get like this nice paste, as you can see there. And I've also got some real rosemary that I bought. So now I suppose we'll just get this and spoon it on and just rub it on like that. Oh, we probably should have put it on the rotisserie first.